Hello, all titties and testicles. Let's talk.
Woohoo!
I'm bored.
I'm a dolphin. It's my first time here, and I'm actually going to bed. So I will see you guys later. Tara, thanks for the invite. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm literally not even joking. Tara, thank you for the invite. Perhaps another time. You guys do these way too late for me. Just throwing that out there. As for you gentlemen, whoever the is, it was nice to meet you for the first time. Plane, good to see you again, buddy. Inquisitor, good to see you again as well. Bye.
Before you go, my name would be the Bart. Oh, crap.
Listen.
If one of you guys could forward my name, it would be the bartender.
If I'm right, it would be Inquisitor doing that.
Me doing what? Am I buzzing?
Okay, then it's playing.
Oh, okay.
Someone's typing out to him, aren't you? To Porpoise?
Oh. I don't have Porpoise's contact information or anything.
I do. So otherwise I wouldn't have sent him a link.
We go with that logic again.
But yeah, I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a little bit. Polydub and I are going to be recording our next comic book curation tonight. So
cool.
Yeah.
So, what you think of you getting the title of the toy maker?
I mean, other than the fact that I paint Warhammer minis, what makes me the toy maker?
Well, you have the right mustache and goatee, only the toy maker is much older.
Yeah.
And has white mustache and white goatee and is bald.
Well, I'm bald, so
there we go. Oh, and since you're already bald, if you're gonna come to more, we're probably gonna have to make you be Lex Luthor, because we just need somebody to be Lex Luthor that's bald.
Well, I am a human supremacist, you know. Fuck aliens.
Oh, wouldn't we just need to call you a xenophobe then?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not an Inquisitor of the Ordo Xenos. I'm a Inquisitor of the Ordo Hereticus. But you know, you always abjure the alien as well as the mutant and the heretic. So.
If it sounds like I'm disinterested, I'm working in the background. By the way, an Inquisitor, I'm working on something you may be seeing at some point. I'm basically data mining some of my games for Scooby's little D&D, whatever the hell, throw everything in the kitchen sink and let's make a tabletop. Yeah, if you'll check in the Dungeon Master's Keep, I've already been basically working on giving a rough outline of the nations, cultures, and whatnot. Currently working on the Kalians and documenting Nazca, the Necrocracy. Ruled of the Dead.
I've been working on my pale drow bard. She's actually one of those that has the light skin with the black hair.
Inverse.
Yeah. And Burnside wasn't too keen on it. He's like, I'll be slaughtering the fuck out of them. I'm like, not if mine's a Harley Quinn version. Here, I'll show you. See, there she is.
Hey.
She's a little cutie. Got her the ears, the Harley makeup going, little outfit. I don't even remember buying that outfit. I think that was something I won. And I got her, you know, these are some crappy ass boots, but they work for the outfit. I gotta get her some titty tattoos. Oh, and I got her hooker hoop earrings too. And of course, since I don't have a collar that says "put."
Yeah, it was kind of funny. We did our D&D stream today. It was our first stream coming back since getting my channel put in timeout from YouTube. And
What the fuck happened?
I was first of all, I streamed an entire movie for some people. It was a private stream by invite only. I was showing them an indie movie called The Gamers. It's a good series of 3 films. It's all about these guys playing a tabletop game, and like half of the movie is them sitting around the actual table, and then the other half is them playing their characters in the scenario. And so it's actually a really, really interesting movie series. But anyway, I played all of those movies, no problem. I put on the first 12 minutes of Reefer Madness, the movie musical. Streamability struck for 3 months.
Jesus.
Yep. So I finally get my streaming ability back, and we did a D&D stream today. I'm thinking about doing more painting streams on my channel. So.
I think Scooby said we were gonna be actually trying to play the game around June or July.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's when he said you should have it ready.
Yeah.
The only big issue is that around that time is also well, it's in August actually, but Gen Con, it's the biggest tabletop like convention.
Yeah.
Happens in Indianapolis, and I'm thinking about seeing about getting any of the people in the Midwest from the Minions to go to it. The reason why is because premiering at Gen Con is a new role-playing game called Wrath and Glory. Is that the name of it? Hold on, let me check it. Yeah, Wrath and Glory. Warhammer 40K role-playing. So yes, I'm definitely going to be interested in doing that, and I'm going to be interested in running a game of that. So I already have an idea about the story too, because I wanted to have all the characters be inquisitorial acolytes that are like, it would be one part noir murder mystery, one part actual role playing, adventure sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be basically YouTube the role playing game.
Oh yeah. I actually on my channel we have going on right now 3 different role playing or D&D RPGs going on. I've got one that's the Ravenloft Hiscosa prophecy campaign. I've got another one which is DM'd by one of the other guys, a Ixalan campaign set in the Magic the Gathering universe. And then I also have Curse of Strahd adventure for D&D 5th edition.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing a lot more stuff like that on my channel. Plus, I do on Minions of the Zoo, I do painting streams every Monday. I'm thinking about expanding that out and, on the weekends, setting up my camera gear and doing more miniature painting for everyone. And I have no shortage of minis to paint.
Oh, nor do I.
Like I've got. I was just taking stock of all of my Sisters of Battle here for Warhammer 8th edition, and the Imperial Guard that I've got as a supplemental force. So I have now a perfect 2,000 point list for match play, but I still need to buy 2 chimeras and 1 Cadian shock trooper squad, and then I should be good to go. Should be.
Yeah, my army, anytime I feel that it has basically been, I look like Rommel in the desert if I get up to 2,000 points, because that's what it takes is a bunch of tanks that I've got. But yeah, I probably should just get rid of mine at some point, because I figured out that when I pull them out, there's a problem. Like usually it just means I'm ridiculously stressed.
I had no idea you were a 40K player playing.
Yeah, I've got a army of Space Marines that I've had since I was probably 14. Been building. They've been through two full insignia changes over time. They're basically played as Blood Angels, but they're black and silver with Balkenkreuz on their shoulders.
Oh, okay.
That was it. That was just an evolution from previously having something else. They used to have red anarchy symbols on them because I was just a teenager at the time and needed to throw something to throw on there. And I didn't want to do something standard with decals because I hate decals.
Yeah.
They're a pain to work with, and I didn't want to do it.
Well, no, not only that, they look like garbage. They always do.
No, I've never had them come out look good. And that was one of the reasons I was like, okay, I'm going full custom on my paint so that no one can say I'm doing it wrong, but that I don't have to deal with decals.
Yeah. Here, give me a sec. I'll turn on the camera. I'll show you some stuff. You say Blood Angels, right?
Blood Angels as how I play them, but yes.
Yeah, well, hang on. Camera on. Hi.
Hello. There you are.
That's that camera, but I was going to turn on this camera. Okay. You say Blood Angels, right? Well,
yes.
How about that?
Nice.
That's the hold on. That's out of focus.
It's a little blurry. But,
yeah, I was gonna say, hang on.
I recognize the model, but
it's kind of funny actually. That's a Games Day limited edition model. They didn't. They only put that one out at the Games Day conventions, and I went to the Chicago one and picked up that one as a limited edition. But yeah,
I've seen a couple of paints of it online. So
that is my Blood Angels sergeant with a power fist and a storm bolter. And then I also have this one. That is an Emperor's Champion. And here's the thing. You can technically do the water slide decal transfers and make them look okay. It's just really fucking hard to do. Because
I've never seen it be worth the effort that people put into it, basically.
That is a water slide transfer.
Nice.
And it actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, I've got, let's see, what were they? I've got mostly...
God, if I were to paint miniatures, they'd just be covered in paint over paint over paint, and I'd have a pile of fucking miniatures I'd never fucking touch again.
And I've also got... that one's another...
I traded off a bunch of my... and sold off a bunch of my Beakies many years ago.
That's another Games Day exclusive mini that I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I purchased I purchased and stripped a Death Company that a friend had partially painted, all pewter back in the day. And they were the ones that I put the most effort into. Instead of black, they were actually like highlighted royal purple kind of color with a gold on it. Those ones came out really nice, and they all had, I should say, they're still down in an ammo box in my garage. But they had all the old pewter jump packs on them.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of, dude, this one's solid pewter, including its jump pack. It's
it's hard to come across good jump packs in pewter anymore.
Oh yeah. I'll say this was the last pewter mini I picked up for G-Dub, and it's got the big old angel wings here. It's the Sanguinor.
Very cool.
Unpainted, but yeah. And say I can show off some of my better paint jobs too. This is my Canoness, the leader of my Sisters of Battle.
Nice.
She's one of my favorites. I like how I painted the lightning coursing down the sword.
Yeah.
For game terms, it's she's my warlord, and that's the blade of admonition. So, but yeah, I've also got now that I've started kind of, because with 8th edition for Warhammer, they've put in the ability to take multiple armies so long as they share the same faction keyword, which for the Imperium is Imperium.
Oh, good. They brought that back.
Yeah.
That used to be the case. I had a couple of Eldar units, and I had just purchased a couple of units that I was going to use when they took that away.
Yeah, no, they actually do have now. It's they changed the name of some of the stuff, like the Imperial Guard are no longer the Imperial Guard; they're the Astra Militiatarum, which I don't. I still call them the Imperial Guard.
Everyone will.
Yeah. So you've got stuff like that going on, but then you've also got now the Eldar are no longer just the Eldar; they're the Eldari and the Drukari, which are the Craft World Eldar and then the Dark Eldar. But they are both under the same Eldar name. So you can actually have a force of both Craft World Eldar and Dark Eldar, which is actually kind of cool.
Those two in the same group sounds
unusual. Like a bad idea. But yeah, here's my comment.
The Chaos Space Marines and the regular Space Marines, they're both Space Marines, right?
Yeah, they're both Space Marines. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be all right. No problem.
Yeah. That's my Lord Commissar that I've got going here.
Nice.
First time I ever painted a Commissar. I think it came out pretty well.
Very cool.
And then I've got this one, and I'm still working on it, but
that's a bad job. You didn't look Russian enough.
Well, remember, Commissars are German. Yeah, this is going to be my was it company commander for my Imperial Guard. But one thing I'm doing for my Imp Guard is I'm doing this. They're conscripted Imperial Guard, right? So this is my Cadian with the special weapon with my plasma gun.
Yeah.
And then what I'm doing is I'm painting them with the inquisitorial eye on their one pauldron. So they've got the authority of the Inquisition behind them.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm doing the the company is the 801. So yeah. Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see that Polydub is here now, so I think I might dip, guys. It's been good talking to you. Good learning that you actually play Warhammer. I didn't know you did.
Yeah, it's been ages since I have. Last thing I was working on was actually like 5 years ago, actually. But I'm still at my army. But yeah, I was working on a series of. I was actually doing some wooden, old school Rhino platforms.
Oh, okay.
Just from scratch.
Oh, hey, hold on. I'll show you something here before I leave. Then, how about this? Right? Oh, here. I can show a compare and contrast.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have 3 Rhino platforms. One's a Rhino. One's the old school Razorback with all the pewter on the top. I have none of the new ones, and then I have 1 Vindicator on the old platform as well.
This is my Sisters of Battle immolator tank, right?
Nice.
This is the new one. And it's got the stained glass window here that I painted up. I think it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
God, I like it's so much fun to play as that.
How about the old immolator? I also have that too.
See, that's the platform all my Rhinos are built on.
Yeah.
It's the old school.
It's kind of funny, actually, because if you actually look at them, the old school ones are smaller.
That's one of the reasons I went with that on my wooden builds.
I was gonna say, yeah, man, if you can do it, because technically speaking, it's the same tank. It's just that it's smaller, so it's really easy to hide under terrain.
That's one of the reasons, because I wanted to add a couple of Predators, and then I wanted to add a couple of Rhinos, and then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a couple of Vindicator. And then I wanted to add a And I figured as long as I'm doing this, let's assembly line this bitch. So I've got basically, they're unpainted right now, but I've got 5 hulls that I built that are basically ready for tracks. And once they've got tracks on them, I can spray them down and make them rhinos, or I can build some top stuff.
Yeah, I say I don't know. I like the new design, with the stuff because I just think it looks better. But
it's definitely good looking. But in terms of play, I like being able to hide behind shit.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of that, though, for the design work, nothing beats The Exorcist.
Oh, I love that vehicle.
With the big old pipe organ on the back.
I was just about to say, it looks like the kind of thing the Westboro Baptist Church would use if everybody actually gave a shit.
Oh, they would kill to have an exorcist because that thing literally, it's a woman sitting on a piano firing missiles sporadically at people. They're fucking awesome just because of the fact that they work on something relatively comical like, all right, let's play an organ and launch a missile.
So it's Castle Crashers logic because that's actually one of the bosses.
Yes. So you can see right there.
I want to cast Magic Missile.
That is your magic missile.
And say one thing that I always show people.
Do you?
I always show people to really get their goat about it. I even paint the interior.
Okay, Burnside, I have to educate you on the I want to cast Magic Missile thing.
Hang on. There we go.
Okay.
It's necessary.
There you go.
It really is. It's fucking hilarious because I'm gonna find the one that has all the little original Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I do that for all of the rhinos that I have. I paint the interior, and the one Land Raider I have has got the interior fully painted too.
Nice.
Yeah, I had the old school early 90s version of the Land Raider, but someone had done some really nasty modeling hacks to it. And I still got a lot for it when I sold it. But yeah, one of the things I started doing last time I was working on them was I started adding Templars models, because you can work with a whole lot of things when you're using custom paint without pissing everyone off. And I wanted all their crosses because I was doing the Rocklandkreuz on the shoulder, and I wanted the Iron Crosses.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And I also got this also here to pimp a little bit. I need to work on it. I'm probably gonna at least do the modeling for it. Fuck, where'd it go? Went somewhere. Where'd it go?
God.
Some bits fell off.
I now know so many goddamn people that play Warhammer. If I ever get the money to spare, I'm gonna have to get myself a set of some shit or other.
That's the thing, Burnside. You live close enough to me that if you really wanted me to, I can paint it for you too.
And you know, I probably will have you do that more likely than not. Because I
won't be angry. My roommate does is doing that for me too. He provides me the paint and I do it.
All right, Mr. B,
nice.
Go watch it.
But I have to leave out of here in order to do so.
But yeah,
actually, if you're on your phone, no, you don't. You tap on the screen up at the upper left-hand corner. You're going to see an arrow. Tap that, and it'll collapse everything, but you'll still be in the stream.
I tried that. It didn't work last time I did that.
So here's the what I've got built of it so far. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the original plan that I was making for it, but yeah, I still need to paint it and assemble it too, but...
Well, Mr. B, it's only 3.5 minutes. I think I can survive without you for that long.
That's my Bane Blade. My Bane Blade super heavy tank. Yeah.
See, that's how you fill out an army where you just don't have the points for.
That's $100-something model. That is an army in and of itself.
Oh,
yeah.
Harley.
When you absolutely positively have to fill out the points for an army.
What are you drooling at me about,
Oh,
Mr. B?
What's on
this tank
right now? Yeah.
Fuck yes.
I think Mr. Jang knows what he wants to go on a rampage in the city with.
And I say this way of comparison is
I was thinking Marine. He wanted me to wrap it up in a condom and shove it up his ass.
I think Mr. B needs to remember that there's boobs in the world.
Yes, and speaking of,
I think I'm trying to politely nudge her for. It's like, yes, I'm at full mast here. I just need a little assistance, and I'll be all good.
But yeah, I was going to actually convert this thing up. I was gonna put like a spire coming up off of the turret here.
Titties.
With a
oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh.
I was gonna build a pulpit at the top and have my canoness up there like she's preaching atop a mobile tank, a mobile cathedral. Like that was the point that I was gonna do.
Harley, get up on that tank and start preaching. I don't care what it is. Oh.
But yeah, that's what I'm working on next. I'm gonna build that and then I'm gonna start painting it. But
I am far beyond full mast.
I love my Baneblade, man.
And too bad I'm not there underneath the desk, huh?
This is one of the last purchases I made when Games Day was still a thing. I kind of missed that. But yeah. Anyway, I got Polydub waiting for me, and we're going to do our comic book curation, so look for that.
Alrighty.
All right.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Talk to you later, Inquisitor. I'll let you know when I get more of your flag done.
Yes. I showed several people that, and they're all like, oh my, like, I've been telling people that when you get that flag done, I'll buy the other one that says, Imperium of Man with the Aquila on it, and I'll put both of those behind me and start doing like ranting videos or something. Just to show it off.
Oh, thank you. Oh, anyway. Hell yeah.
Anyway, everyone take care. Talk to you later.
Bye, Toy Maker.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Oh, did she say he spent $100 on that thing and he hasn't even painted it?
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
he did.
Go watch my video.
If I spend $100 on something, there's going to be bullets that come out the end of it, or at least it's going to be part of something that bullets come out the end of.
If you're not going to watch that YouTube video, I'm going to play it on my phone and have everyone listen to it.
Whichever or works. I'm deciding between I'm at full mast and wait, I have to pee.
I'm scared.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give credit. I have to give credit. I am about to play the sound for an 8-bit reenactment of Dungeons and Dragons posted by Lindsay Mizuki 8 years ago. And there are tons of copies of this, so if I get fucking put in YouTube timeout for it, I'm going to throw a fucking fit.
And if anybody was doing it, it would have to be the Dead Alewives Watchtower, because they're the ones that own it.
Yeah. But there's always flagging companies. And damn it, I don't want them to flag this because I'm gonna be doing a lot of replay on that fucking tank.
You could just go to the site and look at the ones that are painted.
But I want to paint mine.
I understand that, but if you're gonna wank on it, you may as well.
All right, here we go.
Your children, like it or not, are attracted in their weaker years to the occult, and a game like D&D fuels their imagination and makes them feel special, while drawing them deeper and deeper into the bowels of El Diablo. This afternoon, the Dead Alewives Watchtower invites you to sit in on an actual gaming session. Observe the previously unobservable as a hidden camera takes you to the inner sanctum of Dungeons and Dragons. Galstaff, you have entered the door to the north. You are now by yourself, standing in a dark room. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls. Where are the Cheetos? They're right next to you. I cast a spell. Where's the Mountain Dew? In the fridge. Duh. I want to cast a spell. Can I have a Mountain Dew? Yes, you can have a Mountain Dew. Just go get it. I can cast any guys, right? On the list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness. Fine. You attack the darkness. There's an elf in front of you. Whoa! That's me, right? He's wearing a brown tunic, and he has gray hair and blue eyes.
No, I don't. I have gray eyes.
Let me see that sheet.
Well, it says I have blue, but I decided I wanted gray eyes.
Whatever. Okay, you guys can talk to each other now if you want.
Hello.
I am Galstaff, Sorcerer of Light.
Then how come you had to cast Magic Missile?
you guys are being attacked.
Do I see that happening?
No, you're outside by the tavern.
Cool, I get drunk.
There are 7 ogres surrounding me.
How can they surround us? I had Morton Titan's magical watchdog cast.
No, you didn't.
I'm getting drunk. Are there any girls there?
I totally did. You asked me if I wanted any equipment before this adventure, and I said no. But I need material components for all my spells, so I cast Morton Titan's faithful watchdog.
But you never actually cast it.
Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
Yeah, you are.
Are there any girls there?
Yeah.
I did, though. I completely said when you asked me.
No, you didn't. You didn't actually say that you were casting the spell, so now there's ogres, okay?
Ogres? Man, I got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres.
You're not there. You're getting drunk.
Okay, but if there's any girls there, I want to do them.
There you have it. A frightening look into America's most frightening pastime. Remember that it's not your children's fault that they're being drawn into a satanic world of nightmare. It's their gym teacher's fault for making them feel outcast when they couldn't do one single pull-up.
So yeah, that's 8-bit rendition of D&D. So anytime you hear me say, I want to cast Magic Missile, now you know. What'd you think, Burnside? Oh my god, he's not even fucking there, is he?
I don't think he is.
Oh my fucking god!
Fight.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
This will not end well for him.
No, it will not. Because we just sat through 3.5 minutes of that. Just for him.
3.5 minutes of something we've all heard.
Exactly, except for him.
I might be doing something else, but at least I'm here.
Exactly.
He is
could have said,
definitely
pause it, I
Mr.
have to do
Reliability.
rounds. Oh, he is so dead. So dead. That's all right. Harley Quinn will remember this come more. So no. I will remember this and his ass will pay for it.
Hey, if that's what you two are into.
Do what?
I said, hey, if that's what you two are into.
Well, let me put it this way. I'm going to have some sharp fucking fingernails when I go to Moore. Hey, it's what he wants.
Well, he's the one that didn't listen to Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly. Better yet, because he didn't listen, he doesn't get clawed. There we go.
Oh, fair enough. Is someone plunging their oatmeal?
No, the dog's drinking water from the toilet.
Okay. As long as it's a known cause.
Yeah, I stopped putting water in the bucket because the kid here keeps putting food and shit in the dog's water bowl.
Ah.
Or somebody inevitably knocks over the water bucket. So I'm done putting water in it. Plenty of dogs survive quite healthy drinking water from the toilet, and it does not bother me one bit.
Considering they'll lick their own asshole.
I just heard something from Burnside's mic.
Yeah, so did I.
Sorry, had to go do the rounds.
Yeah, asshole. You just missed 3.5 minutes of something us three had already fucking heard, and I was playing just for you.
Wait. Who are you lumping into this?
No, I missed about 1 minute. They got surrounded by ogres, and somebody was asking about Mountain Dew. And that was about the last, or no, he was like, all right, roll my D20 to see if I'm getting drunk. Yes, fuck you, you're getting drunk. All right, now the rest of you assholes are surrounded by ogres. Hey, can you roll to see if I'm getting laid? No, fuck you, you suck. But I want to throw a magic missile at the ogre. No, fuck you, you already cast magic missile, dumbass.
No, that's not what was playing.
Okay, well, that's my abbreviation of what I understood from what was playing.
No, the guy that's getting drunk says, if there's any girls here, I want to do them. And that's when the narrator comes back and saying, and this was a glimpse into your children playing D&D. It's not your fault. It's their gym teacher's fault for making them feel bad because they can't even do one single pull-up.
Lame, but funny. Okay, at least I got most of it.
Well, because you didn't hear that part, your ass isn't getting clawed at more.
Ah.
In other words, thank you. I will be able to sleep.
So you hope. So you hope. I wouldn't discount it yet. Chances are in the middle of the night.
See, Harley Quinn tends to be a little loud.
Oh, yes. Especially when I know the enemy is next door. So if the Antiphonites are there, oh, you bet. And I'm going to double down, and I'm just going to go, psst, Quiz. And he's just going to, why the fuck are you bothering me this late, and why are you half naked? And I'll go, just let me borrow the Baneblade. I'm going to piss off Antifa. And then just, it's going to be a whole bunch of weird 40K raw dogging and crazy shit like that. Until one of them screams, shut the fuck up, you fucking white male! You damn dirty cisgendered white male!
Quiz is willing to go to more as Lex Luthor.
Oh, perfect! Perfect!
And he's going to be the version that has the goatee going, but that's fine. Lex ends up with that in several episodes of Justice League.
Awesome. All right, cool. Because tomorrow I'm going to recap this more with Scoob and touch on the D&D thing because nothing's cooler and tastier.
We can talk about our more, costume deal on here too.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we're going with any particular thing because it's like
no, this is an onboard thing, and
Okay. Well, Inquisitor's Baneblade makes my you-know-what real hard, and if I didn't have to, yes, and I would say you need to fix that, but I think as soon as it goes away, I'm gonna have to pee really hard. So, damn it! If I wasn't working right now, I wouldn't have to worry about that. But I have to drink coffee to stay awake, so it's a thing. Damn it! But yeah. Let's see here. I don't know. As far as the 40K thing, one of our good buddies who was on the one of the last times I hosted, because we had like a little party over at the house. He's got like a bajillion fucking things between him and playing You Say You Play. I'm gonna have to get me.
Keep in mind, mine haven't even been outside of the ammo boxes that I keep them in 5 years.
You keep your figurines in an ammo box. You are a man after my own heart. God damn, you're such a badass. No wonder I like you.
What are you talking about? That's not necessarily him being after your heart. That's just practicality. You've seen it? Those things are actually pretty cheap, from what I understand.
I got a
but they're
I got a
fucking
case of them for almost nothing. They're actually a Vietnam surplus. I got at a shop when I was a teenager.
I know, right?
I got them for a song.
Oh, bitchin'.
Oh, come on! All you need is welding equipment, and all of a sudden you can turn any bike whatsoever into a homemade bagger and have it look badass.
I have a welder. I live in a shoebox for all intents and purposes.
All right, you're in Chicago, where nothing good ever happens.
Yeah,
That's not true. People get shot in the nuts.
That's not good. That's
Yes,
just
we
hilarious
have-
to watch.
No, it is good.
I don't know.
because
Given the
babies
people that are
are
usually getting shot, it is a good thing. Take them out of the
Yeah.
gene pool.
Yep. I mean, I know you're, Protestant and all, like, live and let live and all that, but I'm psychotic. More dead bodies, more dead bodies, more dead bodies, more dead bodies. So glad to see them.
I
More
know
dead
you
bodies,
want more dead
bodies.
bodies. The trick is you need more of the right dead bodies.
Yeah, I know, right?
We need Antifa dead bodies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, and dispatching them in as quick a manner as possible is the only efficient way to keep them from splitting and spawning more.
Yeah, because you cut a worm in half, you get 2 more.
I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking the only sane way these people reproduce must be by budding, because there's nothing that would fuck that.
Yeah, I think you got a point
Especially
there.
No, that's not true.
How
That's
do
not
you think
true.
giraffe neck came into being?
These people will procreate with each other to prove that they're not homophobic, transphobic, whatever phobic.
But no,
That's how they reproduce.
But they
Wait, so
need
you're
to create
telling me
more
these
babies.
have
Last I checked, they are human, which means penis goes in vagina, make baby.
Some people
Actually,
have turkey bankers.
it's been proven scientifically that women can reproduce on their own with bone marrow.
Oh, shit. So they're
Wow,
going
talk about a real way to get boned.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Fuck this. I am done.
You know what? I'm gonna second that. Let's call an exterminatus on this shit. I'm gonna have to go call my
No. Call
Get the
call
flamin'
Trump. Call Trump. Tell him hit all the buttons. It's the only way.
I am so glad I got a couple gas masks at home. Oh, and I'm even gladder that the place that I work at, ironically, has a retrofitted bomb shelter, or technically reverse retrofitted bomb shelter, because now it's like a storage area. But
Is your city
Here,
super
I'm even
upset that
pulling
Trump
up
ended the Korean War?
one of the websites that went over this.
Hey, Burnside, is your city super upset that Trump ended the Korean War?
I don't know yet. I spent yesterday sleeping because I had to go to work, so I don't know.
If they get upset, tell them.
I want to read you a snippet from Wikipedia. Scientists from the University of Newcastle upon Tyne, led by biologist Kairim Nairia, discovered a method of creating partly developed sperm cells, otherwise known as spermatogonal stem cells from bone marrow of male volunteers.
Okay, so a man still had to be involved.
Well, they also have found out you can do it from women.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, now we're screwed. Yep.
Burn that science. They can't figure out how to reproduce on their own.
Here it is.
Plan, I'm
it's
gonna have
on
to make
the
you some
Daily Mail, but it's
Oh god, this is not good.
Damn it! Somebody, why do we keep on forgetting the one rule from Jurassic Park?
Nature finds a way. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Now I'm wishing I had more.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking nature finds a way. I was thinking just because we can do something doesn't mean we should.
We need to stop putting chemicals in the water that are turning the frogs gay.
All right. The title of this is "Death of the Father." British scientists discover how to turn women's bone marrow into sperm.
Oh shit!
That they're This is not me as a Protestant speaking. This is me speaking as the closest thing to a geneticist I can approximate. There is so much wrong with that statement.
Oh, we're so screwed. All right.
No, fuck that. I am not screwed. I am not. No. All the babies that come from that are screwed. I can just imagine someone attempting to reproduce with themselves.
Oh yeah.
That's even easier though. You just do cloning.
Possible now.
Oh God. Great.
I wish I had Irate Bears Kill It with Fire queued up.
Yeah,
oh no! I got a better one. They took away They are taking away the greatest insult we have to man. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. I'm thinking flamethrower, like Flammenwerfen on steroids, gone 40K. Kill it with fire.
Okay. Sorry. Fucking Hangouts kicked me out.
That's weird. Usually the
So-
Hangouts duplicates you.
Sounds like Google.
No, that's usually because I'm on both my laptop and my phone.
So are we still rolling, or are we off air?
Yeah, we're still on.
Okay.
So
Usually it takes a while to finally go on.
as I was trying to say, Mr. D, and to you boys, now you're obsolete. You're only needed for pleasure now.
Oh joy! All right, yeah.
But you're lucky, Mr. V. I enjoy the pleasure.
Oh, I know you do. I just know the enemy's going to use this to their advantage. They'll be taking each other's marrow and mass reproducing fucking troll hordes of crazy fucking feminist nutbags and tieflings that are just going to seem to sprout off the clearance racks of Walmart.
Wait! I can find a way to be positive. They all got gender studies degrees.
Positive.
Dude,
No,
what?
they all better.
No. The science says they can do this, but can they actually do this?
I'm sure they've already done it with sheep.
I mean they've done it.
Yeah,
with
but that was
sheep.
done-
What
that was done
I'm
by
saying
men.
is, I don't think
They don't
any of
have
them
enough
are
women
smart
in
enough to
STEM.
figure out how to do it on their own.
Well, here's the thing, bartender. These guys are. I've been able to prove. I actually ran this on the Rebels. I was able to prove that they are funded by George Soros and trained by Bob Avakian. They will find a fucking way to make this work between Bob Avakian's communist iron will and George Soros. Throw money at it, bitch. Fucking.
Oh please!
All right,
Thank God for you saying that. After
Are ready to turn female bone marrow into sperm, cutting men out of the process of creating life. The breakthrough paves way for lesbian couples to have children that are biologically their own. Gay men could follow suit by using the technique to make eggs from male bone marrow. Researchers at Newcastle say their technique will help lead to new treatments for infertility. But critics warn that it sidelines men and raises the prospect of babies being born through entirely artificial means. It's not entirely artificial.
So does this mean that they're going to come out deformed or something, or is it just
not necessarily? I mean, if they're able to turn bone marrow into sperm and eggs, that means they're also fucking with genetics, so that they could actually go in and take out the deformities.
I have no interest in a practice of sperm and eggs.
This is just one of those things that's just screaming to me. There is something bad that will happen that will screw this over. We just don't know what it is yet.
Black sheep.
Being the fact that they might be able to genetically reprogram these people, that means that it's quite possible that in their infinite bureaucratic money pit of George Sorosness and his Open Societies Foundation, they could theoretically literally make each and every one of their genders possible via artificial insemination reprogramming on a genetic super level. So they're going to have all sorts of natural genetic fucking crazy and weird looking shit that they're just going to start popping out of their fucking feminists.
Okay.
We need a
More-
lot of fire.
This could be a benefit in disguise because I can already tell that if they're going to try all this stuff, there's going to be a numerous amount of mental illnesses, excuse me, that are going to come out of this, and so much. I still say you're not going to play God like that and not have some shit happen. Something really shitty.
They've got Baba Vakian trained them. This dude brings the nuttiest of the nuttiest. He's Lord of the Crazy House.
He might be Lord of the Crazy House, but here's the thing. I think all the press needs is one duck baby from South Park, and then nobody's going to want this legal for a very long time.
But they'll use their abortion argument and just say you're driving it underground if you outlaw it, which only works for abortion and not guns.
Yeah, and you want to know something? If you decide to bring life into the world that's that fucked up, you probably should be put to death. And I think there are quite a few people who would agree with that.
There is a possibility that if a baby does occur, they could just abort it before anyone finds out, since they're so pro-abortion.
That's only going to magnify the issue.
The research centers around stem cells, the body's mother cells, which can turn into any other type of cell. According to New Scientist magazine,
seems a little genderous, don't you think?
Genderous.
It's from the mitochondria, mother cell. The scientists want to take stem cells from a woman donor's bone marrow and transform them into sperm through the use of special chemicals and vitamins.
Well, we all know that with stem cells involved, feminists are going to be about as interested in making this really happen as getting women actually into STEM.
Newcastle professor Karim, I can't pronounce the last name, has applied for permission to carry out the work and is ready to start the experiments within 2 months. The biologist who pioneered the technique with mice believes early-stage female sperm should be produced inside 2 years. Mature sperm capable of fertilizing eggs might take 3 more years. Early-stage sperm have already been produced from male bone marrow. Taking stem cells from an adult donor, possibly a cancer patient, removes the ethical problems associated with using embryos.
I don't think those are the ethical problems involved with embryos.
And then there's a little picture of how everything works. It's got like 3 steps. It says stem cells are taken from the female donor's bone marrow. They are then cultivated in a chemical soup that turns them into female sperm cells. Sperm cells.
Is it really a chemical soup or is it a chemical cereal?
It says a chemical soup.
Okay.
Blank cells with the power to turn into any other cell types, creating a repair kit for the body. The sperm cells could then be used to fertilize eggs using IVF techniques. So pretty much I can have them just clone me and forget about you, Burnside.
You know, something tells me if you would pull that off, that this would somehow result in some sort of abomination.
Honey, I can tell you that if me and Burnside procreate, it's going to be hell on earth.
It's going to be hell on earth, but whatever's going to pop out is going to be at least be human.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I'm not that confident of it, but you're welcome to your opinion.
You agree that it's probably not going to be that human.
I don't highly recommend it.
It will have genetics that are indistinguishable from other human beings. Mental state unknown.
I would say it would have at least as much percentage same DNA material as, say, a potato.
All right. The race to find a cure for infertility is global. I can't pronounce this fucker's last name. An analyst in the U.S. who's trying to patent the technologies behind the female sperm and female eggs said he wants to undermine the argument that heterosexual marriage is superior because it is aimed at procreation. He goes, I'm a troublemaker.
I don't think he's making the point
that
he wishes
doesn't
to make.
invalidate the argument much at all.
He's not making the point he wishes to make.
Well, here's what invalidates the argument. Marriage is not about procreation. I can procreate without fucking getting married.
It's not that
Marriage
difficult.
is a fucking legal contract. It's about sharing property. It's centuries old, but not as old as time.
And some people
Anyway.
have slapped moral dimensions onto that.
Yeah, which is some bullshit. Researchers at the Butantan Institute in Brazil, meanwhile, claim to have turned embryonic stem cells from male mice into both sperm and eggs. They are now working on skin cells. If their experiments succeed, the stage would be set for a gay man to donate his skin cells so that he can make eggs. These could be fertilized by his... Go ahead.
If I want to make eggs, I just go to the grocery store, get some eggs, and get out my cast iron skillet.
Make sure you
if their experiment succeeds, this could set the stage for a gay man to donate skin cells that can be used to make eggs. Then they could be fertilized by his partner's sperm and placed into the womb of a surrogate mother.
Yeah, that's going to create a whole bunch of issues because we still haven't figured that out in our legal system.
But it's social justice.
No, that's not even a social justice thing. Like,
but they're the
here's where the feminists will actually shoot themselves in the foot in this one. Who gets the kid?
Probably the gay guys. I don't know.
No, actually, because if the woman decides some ways in that, no, fuck you, I'm keeping the baby. Fuck you, I'm keeping the baby.
Actually, they actually had an issue like that.
Oh, did it actually get all the way through court?
It was a similar issue, only it was heterosexual couple using a surrogate mother, and the mother was like, "Fuck you, I'm keeping the kid." Well, the courts were like, "No,
yet or
no, the kid wasn't born yet. She was still pregnant."
Okay,
and they took her to court. And, she tried to claim, it's not their baby. I had sex, blah, blah, blah. So the judge went ahead and ordered a DNA test. And it came back that the kid was the heterosexual couple's. And he looks at her and goes, the DNA is theirs. It's their baby. You are to give it up at birth. If you don't, I will put you in prison.
Huh.
It's already been held up once. So if the surrogate mother pulls that in a court, the DNA is going to say it's their child.
Okay. I didn't know that this had actually made it to the courts yet. So pardon my ignorance.
It was a similar case. It was several years ago.
But
it must not have been in the ninth circuit.
Feminists in the foot for a different reason.
It was actually in Florida.
Florida,
yeah, not
man. Yeah, gone artificial.
But I know this shoots SJWs in another big way. What happened to My Body, My Right?
Usually in a surrogate agreement, there's already a contract.
Yes, and it's a written contract, and usually it's legalized by a lawyer.
No, that's not the problem. I'm thinking like, okay, if My Body, My Right isn't the case here, what else can it not be the case for? Because I'm distinctly remembering abortion and how that was one of the arguments.
What it is that when it comes to a surrogate, that's just it. Once they agree and have signed legally that they are carrying the fertilized egg of this couple, it's no longer their body. It is actually the mother's body. The mother has legal right to say, this is what you can eat. This is what you can drink. This is what you can and can't do when it comes to, like upsetting the stomach. Like if she wants you to play for me, it would be, you know, shit like Voltaire and stuff like that. But if the surrogate, if the actual mother, the DNA mother, wants to have Bach played while the baby is in the womb, but the surrogate mom wants to play Eminem, she has to play Bach.
Huh.
Because that's not her child inside of her.
Huh. I did not know they actually had figured their shit out by now.
Oh, yeah. Surrogacy's been going on for a while, and slowly but surely, a lot of things have been hammered out. So with a lot of surrogacy type plans, people get very, very specific in the contract so that nothing can be argued.
I do see one thing that could occur, though.
What?
I think this becomes normalized with the feminists and all their cult of personality peoples. It might split up their whole quadgender transdimensional brony lord thing, because it could cause enough confusion. Pegasus, or whatever the hell it is. Thank you. Because the sodomites are going to want their Sodom child, and the feminazis are going to be like, I agree, but don't agree, but decide I want to abort, but then not abort, because you flip anytime the wind blows, they decide they want to change their hair color and do some other goofy crazy shit. So this might be the way.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to that, they can shoot themselves in the fucking foot because they done fucked up.
Yes.
They wanted to get rid of men. Here's a way to get rid of men.
Yep, and then if they're still with it, then guess what? Then it breaks everything apart, and then they kill each other. More dead bodies. The dead bodies I really want. They will make great Soylent Green fertilizer.
You don't need to Soylent Green them for fertilizer. You know that, right?
Yes. I have other plans for the Soylent Green
Okay,
fertilizer.
so Irina, a researcher at the Brazilian Center, said this development is possible, but raises ethical questions. Laboratory-grown sperm and eggs offer hope for those left infertile by radiotherapy treatment when they are young. The experiments also provide an invaluable insight into dealing with infertility, a little understood condition that affects 1 in 6 couples. Other scientists warn, however, that the research is still in its infancy and any treatment is still many years away from end use in hospitals and clinics. There are also fears that children born from artificial eggs and sperm will suffer severe health problems, like in the mice.
Interesting. So we could have their whole little artificial horde just basically wind up dying from all sorts of crazy diseases and stuff, and it could make them collapse in on themselves. Aha!
Yeah. Couples who have children from artificial sperm created from women would be able to have girls only. This is because the female sperm would lack the Y chromosome needed for boys.
Okay, so it still is a virtual dead end.
Awesome.
Well, the feminazis and shit like that can go back to the island of Lobos and run the fucking Amazon again for all the fuck I care. They can reproduce this way.
How long before that society collapses in on itself?
Oh, that's fucking funny.
I don't know. Amazons did pretty fucking well.
Yeah, but
they actually were capable people.
Well, but they also raped men.
Yeah,
but that's just how they procreated. Presumably, everything else socially was actually structured fairly, sensibly.
It was.
That's something that people were talking about now is not going to happen to these people.
That's because the modern day people are fucking stupid. I'd rather go back to the Amazon age, but I'm taking Burnside with me.
I'm only okay with half of the Amazon thing.
Burnside, you'd be daddy to a shitload of kids. You'd be happy. You would have death by snoo.
That sounds like a terrible way to die.
Kind of, I have to halfway agree with my Protestant friend here. As much as I enjoy fornicating, I'd like to actually be able to raise my children, not be like, you man, you second-rate citizen, we put you in cage until snoo to make more army of fucking crazy Viking children.
No, I wouldn't let them put you in a cage. I lead you around by a leash.
That sounds about right.
Tempting as it may be, I could totally foresee.
And you get to raise all the boys.
That there'll be slaves. That's the problem. The Amazonians view all men as slaves. You're talking to an anarchist here. If you brought me, I'd wind up overthrowing the entire society just out of love for my own children. And then there you go. They're all of it.
And you do realize, me being me, I just stand back and watch.
Yeah. You just be like, well, I knew this shit was coming. This was fun.
And then and Amazon runs up to me, help! Your man is acting all wild. Bitch, shut up. Donk. Either that or you hear, I know, isn't it great?
Ooh, giggity.
Okay, Robin Level Badge of the National Institute for Medical Research in London said the creation of female sperm is at least a decade away. Josephine of Comment on Reproductive Ethics campaign group said, we are looking at absurd solutions to very obscure situations and not addressing the main issue. Nobody is interested in looking at what is causing infertility, social reasons such as obesity, smoking, and age. Oh, you dumb son of a bitch. Okay, lady. Miss Josephine. Obviously, you don't understand that some people are born infertile, have had cancers, or other means other than obesity, smoking, and age. Smoking, they have not proven makes you infertile. Obesity, sure as fuck doesn't make you infertile. I know plenty of women that are fucking huge and pop out babies like mad.
Yeah,
so I mean, basically just grab the medical community's low-lying fruit is what she did. Just pick all the easy things that medical people like to blame that don't necessarily have anything to do with what's being discussed.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
So you're a dumb bitch, Josephine.
Tinikas, Faurikas, Shadikas, and etc.
So, Josephine, I suggest that you put, you get away from the medical field and go back to fucking grade school. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And this time, don't follow the gender studies path.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sure she'll follow gender studies, and she'll wind up being their high cult priestess that'll make all these mutinous babies for him.
Already is. That's why she's in the article.
All these things would provide solutions which wouldn't grab the headlines. But a lot more people would get the response they want, which is to be able to have their own children.
Their own
My judge of the Christian Institute Faith Group said the Newcastle Project flies in the face of research showing that children do best when raised by married mixed-sex couples. Children need a male and female role models in their lives, he added. Yes, there are children raised by single parents, although through all sorts of circumstances. But when you're talking about deliberately creating children in that way, that is morally wrong. Fuck off, asshole.
I get where he's coming from. He's right, but he hits every wrong step on the way there.
Yeah, statistically, he's not wrong, but there are a number of factors that he's kind of just glossing over.
I don't think he's making the point properly. I think he's
also hang fruiting it too, just like Shaniqua Daika.
Yeah, because like when I was doing my senior sem, like one of the big things is no national organization of women. Babies do need men in their lives. And I had a good battery of evidence to support that there are a slew of problems associated. However, I would not make that case for fatherlessness here.
A lot of lesbian couples do have male friends, and those male friends, when the lesbian couples
being gay.
They usually
the problem is
wind up being the male figure, because there are some things women can't teach boys, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, actually, it's not that hard to teach a boy how to pee. Katrina taught her son how to pee by making him pee on trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, the biggest problem isn't even that so much as all the studies I've seen usually check single versus married, not other couple versus married.
Yeah.
Okay, so then this becomes a whole different dichotomy. Okay.
Yeah, so I do think there is some statistical errors going on when it comes to the guy claiming this. However, I'm not necessarily going to say he's completely off base on this one. I don't think there's good enough pool of research on gay couples raising children or lesbian couples raising children. Although I still would express concerns over some of those couples.
I haven't tracked down the numbers.
Let's be honest. We all remember the case of that one 6-year-old who got adopted, and then somehow he magically found out he was gay.
Yeah, I haven't looked up I haven't figured out where they got their research from, but there are apparently some statistics on specifically lesbian couples not doing a very good job of raising their children. But honestly, I have not seen the data,
and unfortunately, it's because of the stereotype.
I think it's mostly just because the inherently political nature of gay marriage at this point in time.
Oh, it's not even that. It's not even that so much. I had to take a look at domestic violence, and I had to take a look at domestic violence statistics for my senior son as well. Lesbian couples do not like each other.
Oh yeah, see, I'm bisexual. I love being with women, but I could never date a woman. They're fucking crazy.
So there actually might be something substantively special about a lesbian relationship that makes it terrible for raising children.
Yeah, because they were specifically looking at lesbian marriages.
You have to have the right person. It's the same with marrying a man.
Obviously, I'm just trying to speak from the statistics I have, and the statistics I have say that on average, if you're in a lesbian relationship, someone's probably beating someone. A lot of
those statistics in some areas are doctored because they need that little bit of of controversy.
Well, I'm going to be controversial for a moment and just say that there are a lot of lesbians out there, and I'm certainly not saying all, who are very damaged goods and probably wouldn't be a lesbian if something hadn't happened earlier in their life.
Then they're bisexual. They just prefer women.
Or they just are too scared of men to admit they're bisexual, basically.
Pretty much. Me, I'm bisexual, and I prefer men.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm sure it's not all. I'm sure that they'll never have a study that'll actually back it. But
I've had plenty of people ask me when I was arguing for the whole same-sex marriage thing. Ask me what happened to me in my life that messed me up to where I thought I liked girls. I'm like, nothing messed me up. I was like 4 years old, and I knew I wanted to kiss boys and girls the same way my mom kissed my dad. I didn't want sex or anything like that. I wanted to kiss them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, who told you were bisexual? I was like, I didn't even know what that word was. All I knew is I wanted to kiss both boys and girls the same way my mom kisses my dad. I didn't understand exactly what it was until I was like 16.
Yeah, people like to be oddly specific when they're asked these questions too.
I can tell you I was around 4 years old when I realized it. Can I tell you what year? Fuck no. But I can definitely tell you, around about the age. And, but I can't remember who it was that made me have these thoughts. I cannot remember for the life of me. But I remember what she looks like. So, a lot of people, at least a lot of the ones that I've spoken to, had the same experience as me. They knew that they were different at a young age, but they didn't understand what it was, and it really didn't bother them. Like, it didn't bother me. I just was like, okay, whatever. Or they grew up knowing that they were completely different, and it did bother them because they acted different than they were quote unquote supposed to. And therefore they were picked on or ridiculed or anything like that. I have a guy friend on Facebook that for the longest time he thought he was just bi because he liked guys. Well, he's tried to be with women and they don't turn him on like guys do. And one time his sister actually got on his page and started chewing him out for being gay. And I just went off on her.
Yeah, I think that also, much like in the straight crowd, that there are different groups that, kind of congregate together and don't cross over.
Yep.
I think there's just, sets of communities that just don't cross. And I think that it's really easy for people who have similar histories to fall into their own bubbles and cliques.
Oh, yeah.
Even as adults. And that's one of the reasons that, I think that it's really difficult to get an accurate study, because especially if you're going to get people to talk, you're not usually going to be able to get an entire view of inside the whole of the community. I think you're just going to get the ones that you can get to talk. And I think to a certain extent, there's ones that aren't going to talk ever, period. They just will not do it.
All right, this article's almost over. Deborah Matthews, a U.S. bioethicist, said people want children and no one wants anyone to tell them they can't have them. An update of Britain's aging fertility law is going through Parliament and is likely to allow the use of artificial sperm and eggs in IVF treatment, but only for heterosexual couples. The Newcastle research also paves the way for a woman to grow her own sperm and use it to fertilize her natural eggs, creating a child to which she is both mother and father. Similarly, a man could be both father and mother to a child created from his own sperm and lab-grown egg. Such children would be at higher risk for genetic abnormality.
Yeah, it's basically incest squared.
Yeah. It's pretty much a clone.
Yeah.
And it's been, they proved it with the sheep. If you clone something too much from the same genetic material, you're going to get abnormalities.
Yeah. It's generally not advised.
Yeah. Well, 6 is in the chat. Plunging Oatmeal. That sounds like an alt-rock band. He stopped posting
that was a while ago.
Before. Dead Alewives. Classic ass clawing. My dad used to keep his socks in old ammo boxes. Godzilla. Godzilla will rid us of Antifa. All hail the green atomic reptile of stomping. Gojira!
It's Gojira!
Spermy bones, bones of sperm. Then he goes, you're still going. He'll pop back in here and go, are you done yet?
Burnside was done when he was looking at that tank. I know he finished.
Yeah, that's my Mr. B. Gets off on everything but me.
Oh, that's just the unfortunate reality of the human condition.
That's just because I'm not in Chicago. And
I like tanks, but boobs are better than tanks.
He refuses to move to Florida.
He would end up a headline.
No, he wouldn't. I wouldn't let him end up a headline.
Well, if he moved to Florida, he'd always be a headline. Florida man this, Florida man that.
No, it would say Chicago man transplanted to Florida. That's exactly what I would make sure they would say. I would make them redacted in the newspaper every time until they got it right.
You have a lot more faith in journalism than I do.
Oh, well, that's because the Gainesville Sun here, they don't like being fuck-ups.
Are you sure they're in journalism? They might actually just be in news.
No, they're in journalism.
Weird. Good on them. Kind of blows my mind, the idea of having an actual, news source.
Oh, yeah.
On the one hand, you can trust the news. On the other hand, you're trusting the news.
Yeah, that's kind of how I view it.
Come on, Burnside. Come back from, walking around that fucking building. So you guys want to see the, picture frame that Burnside's going to get for me?
I've already seen it.
I know you have, but Plane hasn't.
Sure, let's take a look.
There we go. There it is. Isn't it cute?
Ah, nice. Very cool.
Yeah. Because we're
I
gonna.
think you should put a different picture in it.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be one of me and Burnside at the Lincoln Memorial doing something naughty.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a lot better idea than leaving the people who made the perler bead frame card in there.
Yeah.
With that personal touch.
I've got my tickets pulled up. I just have to get the guy to fucking pay for them. Not Burnside, someone else. It's only $302. That's pretty fucking cheap.
That's not bad for travel.
No. And, it's only going to get more expensive the closer it gets.
Yeah.
Because I would leave Gainesville at 5:15 a.m. I'd have a layover.
Where? Atlanta?
No, I think it's North Carolina.
Okay.
And then I arrive at the Reagan International at 8:54 a.m.
That one will put you in closer than Dulles, so that'll be a good thing.
Well, yeah, he told me to go to make sure I end up at the Reagan International. So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
Reagan is where you want to go to get it into DC. If you're going to surrounding areas, IAD is where to go.
Yeah, I want the DCA.
Yeah.
And then when I'm leaving on Sunday, I would be leaving at 7:15 p.m. I have one layover in Atlanta and arriving in Gainesville at 11:50 p.m. So about midnight.
If you have a stalker, they can now actually locate you if they time it correctly.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Deal
can
with
find
security.
they can find out exactly what flight you're on and wait outside the bag claim.
And they can fucking deal with security.
I don't disagree. I'm just letting you know.
After I stab them in the face.
I'm pretty sure security will side with you on this one.
Yep. Run up to me while I'm getting on my plane screaming, Terracin, Terracin. I will stab you in the fucking face and ask you who the fuck you're talking about.
I would hope so.
And I'm probably going to stab you with a pen or a pencil because I'm probably going to be writing something down.
Yeah. I work in computers. I think of ways that people could correlate data in ways that could be disadvantageous. It's just part of the mindset of working in computers.
So you're basically Lester from Grand Theft Auto 5. Whenever you call him, you say, "Hi, I'm probably listening to your messages. Do with that as you will."
Basically.
I should have my voicemail on my phone being, "Hi, I probably already hit 7 on this before you even spoke a word, so make it quick."
Yeah, mine should just say, "Yeah, I don't even pick up for people I do know. Leave a message, and I probably won't call you." I don't even have my phone on anything but silent anymore unless I'm on call.
My phone, I do believe, died. Yeah, it did when it was supposed to be fucking plugged in.
Yeah.
My phone likes to do that. It likes to be a pain in my ass.
Yeah, I should probably call it a night.
Yeah. Burnside, you back yet? No. Bastard.
Yeah, I had to go to the can.
Okay. I didn't want to bail before he got back, but I was getting to the point where I was going to have to head off. So I probably should have headed off half an hour ago anyway, but...
Well, it's good to see you again, Plane.
Yeah, I've been kind of laying low trying to work on my novels. So that's been taking my precedence lately. While we're in here, I finished editing one for a pass, and I've got another pass once my test reader actually gets back to me.
Hey, Plane, Are you going to come to more?
No.
Ah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a ways away now, sadly.
Yeah, I'm in the Seattle area, and then, if I'm anywhere that weekend, I'll be at a family event, which I may or may not travel for. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't enjoy weddings that much.
Oh, it's a wedding?
Yeah.
That is magnificently more important then.
Yeah, I can get away with not going, but I can't get away with going and then traveling to the East Coast the same week, because they are on the East Coast, so it's just not going to fly.
Yeah, because all it takes is for them to look on the internet. I see what you mean. Internet.
Yeah, it's one of those. So,
Makes perfect sense. All right. Well, if anything, next year then.
Yeah. Events are interesting. I didn't know until people started posting videos that Kilroy actually happened.
Wait, it actually
happens.
happened? What?
Yeah.
Well, from what my understanding of what happened is that we all thought it was going to be this like YouTube convention, when in reality, it was always planned to be this kind of high-minded political affair. So it kind of just happened, and nobody cared because the reason everybody wanted to go was different from what actually happened. Minus all the corruption bullshit, but that's honestly framing for this picture.
Yeah. Like I picked up on the fact that it happened when two people I actually have on my subscription list posted their talks. And I was like, wait, I mean, Kilroy happened? How did that happen?
I caught it from a Six Hexenhammer video.
Yeah, I caught Wizard of Cause, and what was the other one I caught? I don't even remember at this point who the other one was.
Must not be that important.
It wasn't that good of a talk. Oh, it was roaming.
I'll be right back.
It was really, really broad to the point where it didn't really get to any point. It's normal because it's roaming millennial. I think the biggest reason I actually have her on my subscription list is because she's the closest to an actual news channel, including the mainstream, that I can find. She kind of covers a topic, comments on a little bit, but actually doesn't make shit up in the process, except for clear opinions that are definitely marketed as opinions. Anyway, as I mentioned, I do have to go. So
honestly, I'm probably gonna be in the same boat. I'm gonna finish up doing this info dump, and then I'll probably go to bed.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I spent today at the range. I spent last Saturday at the range. It's been a good month.
I'm gonna go now. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It sounded like you were gonna leave in a little bit, and I was just like,
I was about to, and then Tara wandered off, so I wanted to.
Yeah. See you guys.
Wait, so she didn't come back and have nobody except for Henrik here, and he'd be on his rounds. So, all right, I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye. All right, people. That's it for tonight. Now I'm going to go make sweet, sweet cyber love to Heinrich. Later.